I think they really fuck their time, don't fall victim to the PSG aggression, and then come back like this. But our favorite.
My favorite that draft. Ranger pick. Insanely good. It's also an offlane Pango. The one thing they do get is the mid matchup against Voidspur. They need to enable this and really tempo through it, and I think that is the only way that they can.
I just realized that helped a lot actually. So I mentioned, is it enough? Question mark. Pango is down a weakness, it's now on DP. I flip it. Not on Pango to do his thing, it's on DP to do her thing.
They have to flip. They have to.
Yeah, it's gonna do. We've got the Pango now not going mid, which is going to be interesting. We'll see how it plays out with our casters. We come from the cost.
Yeah. Yeah. Game number 2? Yeah.
Yeah, game 3. We'll see about that. I see a pattern. In the last 2 days, you know, these teams have played 4 times together, and whoever had Pango won all their games. So 4 out of 4 for Pango. And this one, Pango offlane. Not a big fan of Pango offlane. If you ask me why, because I try to make it work for the past 2 years, and it almost never works. It's just Zero is such a weak laner compared to some other offlaners. Like, especially if you die once, if they stop your pulls. I think it's a bit of a bait. I understand why they decided to make a switch. They did not want to play Death Prophet into Drow Ranger. It's not gonna get for Pango by any means, but you have like this Death Prophet needs to do some really hard carrying in the game. Heavy exorcism needs to be on point. Like, I don't think you can allow yourself to use Exo and get nothing done. I'm also like, for me, this Keeper of the Night is a question mark. They do have pain, maybe something different across my mind. Blast on that Prophet, XWY, dropping low. But we've seen also Team Aster pick up this 4 Coddle and really well. And pretty much starting with Hedges.
Oh, good. Trying to do some damage. Look at that.
On the high ground, underneath the ward. PSG.LGD, pretending they don't see him there.
Yeah, I don't want to give away the fact that they see the ward, so it won't get denied. Maybe they'll grab some gold afterwards. When they get a sentry over, what's the lane you're looking at? Because the panel talked about mid being important here for Aster, but
I always look at the offlane path. Like, you guys just gonna be looking at the scatter chart throughout the whole time. But why you smile? Good body blocks, gets the rain sap off, has some stick charges, but good pressure. Usually Bane is the one that is putting the pressure on the enemy offlaners. Time around, Boboka starting with that disruption level 1 and the shield crash, some good body blocks, a lot of damage.
Now this feels like level 2. They might be able to just rip apart While You Smile. Disruption and try to do it again. Body blocks, but shield gets to the right. Shield crash. The damage is going to be heavy, but it's not going to be deadly.
XX is the type of a player that loves to play easy at matchups, I would say. So I wouldn't be surprised if he gets slightly more out of it. I remember the Legion Commander, not that popular hero a couple of years back. He was the one spamming it, also playing the Batrider in unfavorable matchups, still managing to do a lot. Next back on bottom.
Let's see.
RC dropping very low.
Thank you. This is what's considered like one of his, if not his best hero, this Marcy. Yeah. Thank you. And
we've seen it. I don't think anything needs to be said much Dota for the last couple of days.
For the last 24 hours.
24 hours, pretty much.
While You Smile, 3 stacks on the Shadow Poison, avoiding the 4th.
3's not kill him. 4th would probably kill him there. Before the go.
So he's just dealing with 2 mangoes right now and a stick. So he can definitely use some regeneration. That's what he's got delivered on the courier. That's another set of tangos. Nothing to say. He's also got a courier coming over. As he's got a bottle to work with. XWY right now. Looking at Meats, Wand for this mid death Prophet.
Interesting build. I've seen it the other day where you play like the off lane from the mid lane on Death Prophet. I'm not sure if that's the build, because you go from the offlane one to build Guardian Greaves. I think you need to switch it up. I think you need to go for like the mid late game oriented type of a build with the BKB, Kaya Sanj probably. Flame Dagger to get on top of Drow Ranger. You swap, not go for mech.
At least for now, he doesn't have
I
a
think it's Fango's job this time around. Okay, if they want to play a bit more tempo, I don't mind. But then XXS needs to go for something.
Yeah, right now he's going Arcane Boots, or at least that's the thought. And Arcane Boots is always a step closer to picking up maybe the Guardian Greed.
Fango doing a very good job in this 17 CS on Fango. They did invest a lot. Right now he doesn't have much mana to work with. Let's have those 4 mangoes. This early aggression that they put. GG's top lane did survive, and Shiro is getting the CS. I'm a little worried for the bottom lane. They're having a blue farm. Points in Feast, points in Full Frenzy, 20 CS, Marfield at 16 at the moment.
Gust. And the Nightmare was pulled off by Bobica, but it's not going to mean anything as both teams don't find much. He threw it under the tower, but XWY still pretty healthy. Nothing to say. Gonna get a couple charges on that bottle as he picks up the Water Rune, and Jang-Yu runs down. Can he walk away from Monet? Pick you? Yeah.
There's going to be an Thunderstrike and Glimpse available. TP back, but we'll take the tier 1 tower. For now, 2 points to the side. Try to lifesteal, get his HP back. The Bracer, Latitude drops the salve on. See, it's actually, there's a prayer from that, but this is a matchup where you get scared. The Siphon Roll is going to be on low HP. That would definitely not mount even reef this bottle.
So this is a good shot game. Dropping in, first blood for XWY solo. It's really good for this to get that first button.
Has a full wave underneath the tower. Nicely done. It's gonna be a little 6.5 more push to 7 when he pushes off this wave. We'll have Catapult wave to quit, so I want to see if supports from Aster are gonna rotate mid to try to zone him up.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Back on Jang-Yu, and he'll dispose Monet. Just run away. Uses that exorcism, and well, I'm gonna say, trying to defend the tower. Goes over here, Illuminate. Now they've also got Why You Smile. Nightmare on a Bobica. Some damage, but not enough to get the kill there. Next to Y. Some damage on the tower, but not a lot yet. There it is. Now it's starting to really get up there with 2.
Both Planet and Why You Smile keeping the mid lane, understanding they need to help with this Wolf Spirit, who's still level 5. I checked the stats over this series for Wolf Spirit, and he was the hero, 100% win rate over 4 games. In terms of stats, looking really good for PSG.
Radiant's courier
In terms of where we're at the actual game, not so much.
Pretty even so far. But, yeah, even with that one death on Void Spirit, he's still keeping up. Just 300 gold from the Death Rock network.
It won't anything thrown by Planet. Shiro, second of the net worth, not too far behind that. Death Properties having a very good start. By the way, Monet were killed on the courier just a moment ago. Without his boots for a while, but should be a, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think he's really.
He's not afraid
having
here.
too much to worry
He does
about.
have a point saved up just in case they decide to try to jump in for the blast. We'll use the risk if necessary. Next success. We've seen some offlaners go at the start of the Chinese Blink Dagger on the offlane. One more item, maybe like a BKB if there's people that can buy it. Into the Hex. This seems to be the item of choice from XXS. Decides to commit to it. Because they do lack a bit of a instant lockdown against this Void Spirit.
Yeah, unless they're able to get Static Storm down right on top of him, which could come from Rolling Thunder blink, you surprise him, drop the Sonic Storm. Sudden unleashed, put enough damage. Zhang Yu is on the last steal. I thought he was safe. Shiro's also down here.
Zhang Yu level 6. Earlier than the last steal is level 6. And I said that you were saving a point for the last steal. But Nick puts another point in Ghoul Frenzy and Ghoul Frenzy.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No points in range,
Dire's
so he got
top
stunned.
tower is under attack.
2 and 3. What do you love about saying Ghoul Frenzy that you said?
No,
it
it was something that I think Sins Fan and Syndrome started saying Wolf. They said it like 100 times for one cast. It's just stuck in my mind every single time I look at Lifestealer and think of Ghoul Frenzy.
Dire's top
Great
tower
ability
is under
name.
attack.
Big fan.
Ghoul Frenzy, yeah.
Dire's structures are
Is that your
fortified.
favorite one, you think?
Radiant structures
Might have to think
are
about
fortified.
that one thing. You know what?
Find it very dead with 4 heroes here. There's gonna be a quick kill. I'm gonna say and why you smile are gonna cut the
Dire's
creep wave.
top
Also
tower
behind
is
these
under
heroes,
attack.
Obika coming over. They cut the creep wave and the tower's still gonna drop. So it doesn't
Dire's
matter.
top tower has fallen. Radiant's
taking
bottom
over a
tower
mid.
is under attack.
Nicely gets in
Dire's
there,
middle tower
kills the
is under
creep wave
attack.
immediately, so it doesn't have to be on the top lane. Can rotate back to bottom. Both teams losing tier 1 tower.
And it comes over mid after dying, TPing in and refilling the bottle for nothing to say. Where XWY up once again. My question to you is, we're 9.5 minutes into the game. Does the game, what game plan is being executed right now? Like, are you favoring any team, or is it just, it's been perfect for both, kind of even? I mean, obviously, then worse shows that, but like, who's happier with the way it's going?
When I look at these two supports, Bane plus Keeper of the Light, I'm a little worried that they're not gonna be able to move, get stuff done. It needs to be.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Mid
attack.
recovery, he's second on the net worth, nothing to say. We'll your Arcane Room,
Dire
so
are scanning.
we'll need to go for these pickoffs, play with two supports. Like we talked about, I can also push the Bane in. Lifestealer into Pango works out really well. Then again, you are playing into Shadow Demon, so there's not one save for combo, and also you have a glimpse ability that you can stop the Fiend's Grip Bone from almost 2,000 range.
Right. So, really tough game again here for Wild. Though, really, game 1 was only tougher in the laning stage. For now, though, he's trying to get to that level 6. Only level 4. You've got Otto, who's at 5, going into that map. No surprise. That, considering you want to hear from Zhang Yu with the Armlet Basher and DKB. Shiro, everybody's relatively close in the course. The network. I saw Shiro towards the bottom, but it's only 300 gold behind the net profit anyway.
It looks bad. If you look at the net worth, you're like, oh, Marcy, she sticks on the net, but she's up there. If she farms, if she gets one kill, suddenly she can be on top of the net.
So things staying quiet, that's kind of what these lineup vibes give. So
Dire's structures are fortified.
see when Aster and or LGD really want to move. That's really off the Link Decker and the Guardian Greaves timing that's coming up for Aster and just
Really nasty. You see Provoca sitting behind XWI. Same goes for PQ. Static Storm is available. Back down on Net Profit, but this Arcane Rune, let's see if they get something out of it.
Min jump out. What about the Rolling Thunder? Storm's in the field. Doesn't connect. They've got the glimpse. They're going to swashbuckle on the other side of the fight. Disruption and kill it. So you wind up getting a Fiend's Grip on XXS, so they'll get both. LGD, they lose the tower, but they win the fight.
A great play there from RC, using the dispose to relocate, to push them close to the Drow Ranger. Great multi-shot, and also while you smile, understanding that disruption has already been used. There is no glimpse, so he can go for this almost full duration glip law. Lasts long enough to kill Pangs there during the Thunder.
Well done there by LGD. They give themselves a slight lead while still farming up, not involved in that at all. Shiro doing the same, and now he's
Radiant's
sitting off the
top
net worth.
tower
Like
is
we
under
said, it's
attack.
very close though, between 1 to 6. And Shiro for that charge, trying to get that upgrade into the hypothermia.
Much as I love saying Ghoul Frenzy, you love saying Hypothermia. Interesting build from Shiro. 12 minutes into the game, he did pick up Windlace just to be able to move around the map more quickly and get more farm. I guess just, if you look at his items on Drow Ranger, he is tick-blotted now. Will use Raindrop relatively soon. We'll go Hurricane Pike and the Shard, so it doesn't need a slot for that.
Mech finished there for Planet, so they've got some lead from Scotto. Not much he's able to get involved, but Bobica and Monet coming over. Blinding Light, Rage used by
Radiant's middle tower is under
Game2.
attack.
Match them if they
Agents
can.
of the Void.
Potentially Static Storm, Kinetic Field, and Flames. But now it's 3 minutes still coming out from LGD. So they sit up on the high ground, and it might be Picky who just dies in an instant. And it will be Shiro. Give Proc get a kill there onto the Disruptor.
Here's the kill. It's a really good Drow Ranger game. Like, in terms of the front line, you have Void Spirit and Mercy. You have Blast from Carl to keep you alive, potential, like, Nightmare save. You can keep the distance. They don't have the heroes that can on top of you and just, like, easily kill you. Just big
Rebound, dispose, and unleashing. When they will rage, he'll infest into Bobica and leave.
GeForce playing aggressive on both sides. He's trying to get the kill. 671. He under the ward. If he shows up, he's there. One grip and damage from Shiro should be enough.
Radiant
They don't
are scanning.
scab. Anybody coming to open.
they know.
Radiant's
Good
middle
scan.
tower is under attack.
And X Y just walks away.
Twice the measure of power.
Really heads up scan. That's using your senses, your game sense, thinking, oh, close. I might be showing a little. Boom, there they are.
Now they suck.
Dire
This is
are
not going to be
scanning.
seen. Shiro needs to get out. Let's see. XX. Yes. The Dead Prophet playing off lane. Like, lane. And see the item build. Success. Does have that. Heals
Back
of lane.
Storm, and well, it's gonna be stuck. What's the Crypt Storm? So can he make his way away from XWY with this exorcism? It's not likely. They get the Giro, the look over at White Smile. Rain set trying to recover from being run down here by XXS. The fight the Picky, but nothing to say. Comes in and just dies.
That was not silence from XW1.
Radiant's middle tower is under
That
attack.
was. I think this ward
Radiant
that we have
structures are
near the tier 1
fortified.
tower gives them a false sense of security, how aggressive they can play. But the rest of the Aster worse though. They get the initiation, and to go back, it seems like the XXS is the mid heading of here. So look at his item build. Safe.
It's still enough to save XXS.
Damage from Marcy is so expensive. Like, she heals 1,000 damage in a second, pretty much.
That's really disgusting. Zero just don't have any responses. Sonic, he will Guardian Greaves, so even though he's got Chakra Magic, he'll go.
He does consume a lot of mana. The only hero that Keeper of the Light pretty much hits with is this Void Spirit. Like, Drow Ranger is not too bad, lowering the cooldown on the shot, especially at the later stages of the game. Being the talent, you have that on less cooldown. It's debatable because he does have 3 active abilities, and you lower the cooldown on all.
I was wondering if he ends up getting an axe there on Spirit, lowering the cooldown on Resonant Pulse on Totto. Silence. Get the cooldown lower, just constantly trying to silence these heroes in these fights.
I've seen nothing to say, like, this is the item that he goes for. We played into Kaya, then gets a full E-Blade just to be, like, a bit in terms of damage, where he can go for the solo pickups on sports. But yeah, eventually, if he dies on Void Spirit, one thing I noticed about Zay is that he switches to E on this. You know, wants to be able to protect us, whether he's playing Puck, whether he's playing Pango. PSG.LGD.
They're gonna go bottom. Try and find anybody. But it's empty down here. It'll just be Shiro continuing to farm. Success in XY.
The game slowed down. Like we haven't seen a full team fight again.
Radiant's
Same goes for the
bottom
previous
tower
game.
is under
At
attack.
18 minutes into the game. Like both teams are waiting for their timing. Monet wants his, so we've seen in the previous game ranking getting Deso, going for the Roche. That Prophet does have Exo. So this is the timing that they can't even kill Roshan before Deso. They feel like they want to force a
Are
fight.
scanning. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Which was something like that.
That's so now, so amplifying that damage to reduce. Well, not too much about it. Some of the silent. So
Radiant's middle tower is under
solar
attack.
blind, but also great against that as well. On your life stealer. Exo is popped, like PSG.LGD. They're not gonna contest this one.
Fallen to the Radiant.
He just
Radiant's
picked up from
top
Monet.
tower is under
Gonna stay
attack.
still in the trees. Let's have that axe queued up, by the way. Yeah. See if he does come to that, because he's got 1,400, 1,500 gold, and
It feels that he
else.
needs to jump the backline with the Aghanim Scepter and just have a bit more control, force these two supports to be out of position, and maybe one
Radiant's
follow-up
bottom
spell,
tower is under
one
attack.
multi-shot, they're able to kill them. Because right now there's no support, there's no timber on both supports, so maybe he wants to abuse that instead.
right. So right now, just point to anything. Otherwise, after that. He almost finished here for the RC, then the Basher will be next on the list. But we're going to have to be sitting mid,
Dire's
where
structures are fortified.
a dagger on
Dire's top
Boca.
tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
To be wise here, the DPC coming in. And a kill, Marcial back, and the Unleash just rips apart. Boca, MechaniX still survives. The Keeper's going to be here on the back. That's going to stop. Not the taunt. It's on XWI with the 8 remnant, so they control him enough. Static Storm not really doing anything to this CD lineup as they'll rebound.
Man, Marcy damage.
Well. They used Unleash to get Boca. Second later, here we are getting another kill and X success.
This is nuts.
Radiant's
Now
middle tower is
does
under
have
attack.
BKB available
Radiant's
coming
middle tower
in next
has
on the
fallen.
menu. As expected, as we've seen him go for, is the Basher. This damage output from Monty is just wild. And also great positioning there. Like the rest of the PSG.LGD members, they're all spread out, so Falling Thunder, not much of a value there. Look at why you smile. I love the build on him. Straight
Radiant's bottom
BKB
tower
on
is
position
under
5
attack.
bane.
Radiant
Understanding that
structures
if
are
he gets the grip off, like we have nothing to toss at him that's gonna stop him from using the Phoenix grip. The only thing that can save people is gonna be disruption. And I like that he's putting more point in Enfeeble, reducing the healing from that Prophet and Lifestealer. It's one of the forgotten heroes, considering that there's a lot of heal meta at the moment, and it's been like that for a while. Vayne hasn't been picked up much.
White Smile. Gonna survive. And J.U. pops the Unleash now, just focusing Monet, going after Boca on the backlines. They've got the silence up to see these heroes as the chase is out from XWI. The Illuminate comes in. Doesn't land on anybody because This was able to get the roll up to get a kill on a J.U. So they'll take on them RC dead for 45 seconds. They finally get something into their hands on the side of Aster after killing a Smile.
You see that he wants to survive. His job is to use disruption, save people, and use this demonic purge on Marcy so that she can't really maneuver during the fight, get the most stuff done during the Unleash, and also dispelling that sidekick, reducing the damage
Radiant's
output.
top tower is under
So they need
attack.
to jump Shadow. Like Shadow Demon is very important.
Dire's bottom tower
Well, the
is
reason
under
why
attack.
Boca is going for Blink that.
Yeah, he wants to get that flip dagger because the second disruption is used, jumps
Dire's
dead.
bottom tower
Can I
has
position myself
fallen.
better? It's going to be tough, especially now. I'm loving this BKB
Dire's
purchase from
bottom
Bane
tower
once
is under
there.
attack.
I don't know how they're going to be able to stop him. Would they have that even once he gets that anything that'll stop him from just being free to Fiend Grip?
Aster and Pango. That's the only one, but he needs to buy it first. Still, minute left on the Aegis.
It's over. He built 2 right away. And now, Nightmare. Being fast. That's not going to land on anybody. They've got the glimpse of the kinetic field. So Why Smile's going to die here again. Guardian Greed is not going to be able to heal him up enough. Killing spree for XWY and
PSG.LGD, they're still looking for a fight. Nothing to say. Does not have that axe yet. Another glimpse will be available in a second. Oh, this is big. This is huge. Baiting EXO like that. Next set of items is going to come out for PSG.LGD relatively soon. BKB on Drow Ranger and also A.K.A. set for Void. It's just a 1,000 gold away.
They go on LGD, at least for the moment. So we're on
PSG.LGD will pick up a BKB and probably just smoke, try to look for a fight because without EXO, their damage output is relatively limited. Shiro right now, inside the triangle, needs 100 gold to finish it off.
Thermia splits, there's the BKB.
Double damage bottom as well, it's time to go. Let's see who's gonna pick it up. Nothing to say, he does have a bottle.
Nothing to say. Just been his game so far. 0, 2, and 4, but feels like he's offering a lot in terms of the lockdown that they've been able to accomplish and keep these heroes away from Shiro. 8 though overall, 3K net with lead for LGD. So things still kind of close, and this sort is going to be a big part of who game afterwards. So it's been just about 2.5 minutes.
Nice itemization from Aster. He manages to blink out. Nice smile. Not close enough to use that Fiend's Grip. Also, the Gust does not connect.
Cute little move there, though, with the to go forward and then try and land that Gust. Here's the dagger for the Death Prophet. And wanting that and going into the heads next. I feel like Aster really want to get this Roche too, because Shard on Death Prophet and in the game so far feels like it's going to be very effective with the Spirit Siphon Fear upgrade.
Yeah, and also being able to close the gap. Just blink in, use Half Halberd on the Drow Ranger. And Lifestealer's also getting one. Like, they understand where the real damage is coming from. Even Marcy. So having those 2 items, this is why I said I like the itemization so much. Aghanim Scepter down now on Void Spit, 2 charges on Pulse, 2 silences. It's go time. I thought they might smoke because they had this BKB on the Drow Ranger. I wanted to wait until Aghanim Scepter's done. I'm not going to say. Just wanted to, like, Exorcism is going to be on, but they might want to take a fight while EXO is down. But this is going to be a big one. Double damage, still up and running for another 15-20 seconds on Void Spirit.
Fiend Grip is out of the Pango here. They can go to XXS and LGD just like that. They're out. Later, they're going to leave as the Exorcism there from XWY. He even blinks forward. Find it.
What a beautiful execution from PSG.LGD. They find 2 targets. They kill them off immediately. Force the buyback, force the Exorcist. So their BKBs are going to reset before the next EXO be up. So there's another time to smoke for them. Potentially look for a fight. Because without EXO, again, damage is, I'm not going to say lacking, but it's definitely much harder to take a fight. Another jet pickup. This time around, it was Planet who picked it up. They want to give this Kane the BKB.
Oh no.
Oh, Gold Frenzy.
Not foolish enough to get that kill, though.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
First step, and they're going to take this bottom tier 2, it seems, without a doubt.
Radiant's
no Exorcism to fight with for Aster. Roche, by the way, another minute and 45 away.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Just in case, because you know LGD is playing bottom part of the map. In case it was an instant spawn, they would definitely go in and try to take it. So 60 seconds until EXO's back online. Let's see if PSG.LGD wants to take that another fight that I mentioned, and they do. They just smoke.
they want to keep. I mean, they know that they've got the advantage in this game, and they feel very strong. Knowing Nexus down is the time to fight. And even when it's up, they just get in and move around the fight so well.
XXS, if he shows one of it, if you see this angle, they're going to pull it from in.
They're going to go to XWY though. They've got the rebound, they have the damage, but there's a disruption. Now, first step forward from Shield. The 4-man silence is going to be able to keep XWY alive.
Blade available,
and now blink away. They'll stay alive in this one. They're going to turn this around. They go to the feed script. It's going to be on to Monet though. He gets the range off. Infested XXS. Multi-shot goes off. Getting go there on the Shadow Demon. XWY though, still trying to find a way into the fight, but that's going to be right on the hands of this RC. XWY with the Spirit Sight been breaking. Gets the kill there on the Death Prophet. Static Storm. It's on a White Smile. RC that Hippie being popped here by GAU. He gets the White Smile, but XXS trying to roll away. Be able to escape. Astro step right into the Rolling Thunder. Still one shot from dead. Another Astro step.
No way.
It's so crazy for them to say.
Not just him. And Marky blinks in, gets the first dash on Tank Clear during the Rolling Thunder. And then Astro is blind, so he can't use the BKB. That stops the Blink Dagger, and then he gets another one because he does have that level 15,000 voice for the extra out the simulator ring. It was pretty pog, I would say, the way that Prophet managed to live there, but we did the Shadow Demon, like, he needs to stay in a fight for a long time to be able to use the cleanse, use ulti on Marcy and save people multiple times with the disruption. This time it was not enough. They did kill 2 supports, but yeah. And then nothing to say. Perfect. I don't think you can ask for anything better.
Oh, wow. That's
Radiant's
so cool.
top tower is under attack.
Oh, man. The extra rings lining him up with the Astro Step. You don't really see it like that. I don't know if I've ever seen it used in just jumping into rolling thunder like that, but now I haven't. MechaniX is using XWY. So they illuminate now. Rebound, unleash, the damage out of the death drop. Oh, so fast. They got the silence up to the Typhoon Monet. Well, is he able to make it out? No, he's not. They get killed above as well. They killing spree for GaU and right into Rose they go.
This Marcy, can you see the damage overall done in this game? I want to see damage done by Marcy.
I'm going to say it's 30,000.
Because they didn't fight as much.
So far off, it's like
15,000.
I haven't, but still a lot.
There's a shard still. They're going to leave it for planted. Orange bought one. Boy, you give it to nothing to say. I think that's one.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's all cool down, which pretty different.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Rip is the rest of the team will be able to get here.
And being script. Look at the damage.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They don't have enough. One side of Aster, like, these fights are very difficult. I did mention defense. MechaniX, no force staff, so you get you're pretty much dead. You get
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Get to go.
Yeah. That's a strong murder.
Dire structures are fortified.
Breaks trees.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
continue. Yeah. And again, you don't have the best. You don't have the like instant run. Maybe with the angle here, maybe with corruption, but it seems very unlikely that's gonna happen. And I love the Village Heroes well going into Lincoln's here. Understands that you know, having Halberd could cause some of the issues for him.
They're not even leaving the base here on Aster. Waiting. It's tough, and they're just gonna. There's a lot of net worth deficit before they wait in their base. It's now 20,000 for the side of LGD. I don't know. We'd be the ones taking it. It does have to rely on them. There's such a proposition.
Disarmed. That Lincoln's here pickup. BKB holding onto Mindbreaker. Glimpse back just as you can. Your abilities. He should go like that. Should go for the high ground. This is sidekick, extra damage. Well, multi-shot 3-way just disappeared. Still holding it for another minute and a half.
Structures are fortified.
That's gonna need to snap because BKB was delivered for the bait. Need a way to stop this speed.
He needs to go on with
Radiant's
the
middle tower
is down. Which means that the third glyph did reset, so we'll pop it one more time and you see people blasting it, keeping them full HP. And using Chakra Magic on Shiro to reduce his multi-shot damage.
After stepping around it, gotta contest it. Still the silence, still going with the big dagger. There's the Bastion, which is
Radiant structures are fortified.
RC. It's contest is gonna fly back in for a big limit out of this disruptor. They only have one big shot. With the multi-shot, they get the armor. Picky, they're going towards the rest. They'll use the infest as well to disrupt it. They're trying to defend, they're trying to hold on, but I don't know how much it's gonna work for them. As Death Bomb is gonna fall as well. WI dies. The fall GG.LGD. It doesn't take them 3 games this time. It's a 2-0, and they are still the kings of the region.
Very slow and very big victory from PSG.LGD. They were for this timing on the fights, and once they just like big time, they'll let Aster take the. We don't care. We're just gonna farm our items, and this victory, PSG.LGD, as you said, securing themselves.